And I'm joined by Tyler Campbell of Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. How you doing, Tyler, mate?
Hello, I'm very good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Good to see you again.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, like you say, obviously last time I saw you properly, although I've been to see you since, but last time
Yeah,
I saw you properly catch up was obviously when you headlined Just Push Play.
yeah.
So thanks again for headlining, man.
No, it's a pleasure. It's awesome. It was a really good event. Obviously for an amazing cause, and it's an amazing venue. I played there was it 15 years ago, so it's good to see the venue still is still running.
Yeah, go back to that because you supported Funeral for a Friend there, didn't you, years ago?
Yes, my old band Tiger Please opened. Then we opened, then a band called Rise for Remain,
Yeah,
and then Funeral for a Friend.
that was a
And I
great.
remember a friend who was also a fan gave us some local ales from a local brewery from Bury St Edmunds. I remember them being very tasty.
No, there you go, sorted.
There you go.
There you go, man. But yeah, I thought last year, you had a really busy summer, and you did. This year, it seems you as easily as equally a busy summer this year, if not more so, mate.
Yeah, I don't know which one was more busier. I think this year is busier, but is I suppose it was slightly less stressful this year because last year it was still like I think last summer it was still like COVID knocking about, and then flights and stuff. You still need COVID tests and things. And we had to cancel one or two festivals because someone tested positive or for COVID. So that wasn't ideal. But yeah, this summer has been pretty crazy. Like the entire year has been crazy since the start of the summer. My next available Saturday night is like December, early December or something. So when I'm not busy with the band, I'm busy doing other things. But yeah, this summer I've just we did the last show yesterday supporting Hawkwind and Chepstow Castle.
Oh, what was that like, man? I saw some of the photos. It looked
Oh, it
immense.
was amazing. Yeah, the venue was amazing. It was such a, it was like it was already cool during the day, and then like the when it was like during night time and the light shining on the castle, it was amazing. Yeah, I did a photo because I thought it looked like the Monty Python castle
Oh, yeah.
from Holy Grail. You know, the I fought in your general direction. It looked loads like that castle. But apparently that castle's in Scotland somewhere. Apparently,
All
yeah,
right.
it was good. It was a stressful. Well, no, it wasn't stressful. It was a stressful couple of weeks and months. But no, I got a few days off now to a few days chilling out. But I gotta start advancing the upcoming tours we've got as well. So we're doing like a European tour in starting September 19th, and then like a month off for the UK tour. Yeah, so there's just no stopping really. And then obviously we got the album coming out Friday,
Awesome.
September 1st. So we're all looking forward to finally releasing. Yeah, it's just been non-stop really.
Yeah, man. Well, like you say, Kings of the Asylum is out this Friday as we speak, and you've already released Schizophrenia and Hammer and Dance. All those singles are sound absolutely storming, man. I can't wait to hear the rest of the record.
No, cheers, thank you very much. Yeah, it's always fun releasing new songs, and then we did like a couple of weeks ago. We did a listening party for our patrons for the album, which was quite.
Right.
We combined it with filming the music video for the third single,
Oh,
which will
sweet.
also be out Friday. So yeah, we hired out Fuel Rock Club in Cardiff, it was like
Oh, yeah.
the the main rock club in Cardiff. It was crazy because we've got about 80 patrons and basically almost people were traveling from like Germany and Switzerland just for the
Wow.
event. It was crazy. Some people were driving all the way from Scotland, so it was crazy to see. And we just hung out. We listened to all the band were there listening to the album with the fans, and it was cool. I wasn't didn't know what to expect after the first song. All the fans just started going, "Hey!" And then I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, I thought maybe it'd stop, but after every song, it was like some people were talking, and then some people were just literally just sitting down listening to every single note. It's a strange experience because I've never done like a listening party with any other musical projects or anything before. So no, it was very cool. And then we filmed the music video for like, the live aspect, and then I hung around till about midnight, 1 o'clock, drinking beers with everyone. And
Yeah.
I showed some of the patrons to the famous. Do you know of Chippy Lane in Cardiff?
Yes, I've heard of Chippy Lane. Yeah.
Yeah, so I showed them my favorite Chippy and Chippy Lane, or Chippy Alley, or Caroline Street. It's got three certain names. But yeah, chip and carrying chips off the bone.
Oh,
Been the
nice.
same. It's been tasting the exact same since my parents were kids because they used to go there when they were younger. So no, it was really like a enlightening experience that day was, the entire day was. It was really cool.
It was cheesy chips and gravy for me when I was last down there, mate.
Ooh, I don't think cheesy. I mean, I'd eat it, but cheese and gravy just sounds weird.
It does sound weird, but it's when you're that gone, just tastes good.
Yeah, I'd eat anything with it.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Chips, cheese, and beans is one of my favorite,
Yeah, cheesy
but
chips.
you don't always get them. Sometimes they've got the chips and the cheese, but they don't have the beans. I was
That's
like, well, I want the beans. It's all the
yeah.
same. So
Marry it
maybe
up.
next time I'll do gravy for you.
Yeah, good man. Let me know what you think of
Well, do.
it. Like you say, the album's coming out. You've done the listening party. Obviously, this is the first album with Joel in the gang,
Yeah.
followed by the other bastards in 2020. Did that affect the writing at all in any way, or how you approach the album at all with Joel now being in the mix, or because it just sounds as good as you know,
Yeah.
being obviously knowing Joe from a live point of view. There's not the singles I've heard just sound absolutely storming, mate. It doesn't sound like
Yeah.
too much changed, really.
No, it was a similar writing experience in terms of music. One different thing which we did was so basically we wrote all the music
Mm,
and then usually same with Neil, I think that we'd write the music and then the lyrics and his melodies would come afterwards. I think it was a similar process with Joel, but instead of us writing together, writing all the songs and then come to recording and then you got like relearn the songs because you wrote them
yeah,
weeks or months ago. We literally, the band would be in a studio because we got Todd Studios, Stompbox Studios. We'd
nice.
write a couple of songs, like say 2 songs, and go right. We'll record these tomorrow, and then we'd record them for the following week. And then it was our process for like a month or two. So we'd write Monday and Tuesday, and then we'd record the songs Wednesday and Thursday. And we did that for a couple of weeks. And then we tried to get Joel to finish his vocals or start his vocals. I think he did 1 or 2 songs, but then festival season happened, and then it was just chaos for an entire 2 or 3 months. So Joel didn't really finish his vocals until last winter, I think, maybe like November, December. So it was cool because I think we did change a few. I think he started some songs and then we had time to reflect, and I think he changed a couple of things. But no, it was like I say, a slightly different process. So that we'd write the song and record it rather than write the song and then record it in 2 months' time and go,
Yeah.
I can't remember this song. And then you waste the time to write it, remember what the song goes like. So I think it's a really good way of writing songs, putting it in the recording process, which I imagine we will be doing moving forward for any future albums. It worked well for us, I thought.
No, nice. I was really like, I suppose last time around as well, you would have had COVID restrictions about
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
bastards.
Yeah, that was completely different with the Bastards because we weren't, we didn't really I think we wrote most of it just before COVID happened, but recording wise, everyone usually like chips in with ideas, but because we had to be, what was that kind? I can't even remember the term now, but like you weren't allowed to like touch each other or be near each other, were you? So literally Todd would be in the one room, and then Dane would do his drums in the other room on his own. Nobody else in the building, and then it'd be my turn. I'd turn up, do my bass parts. Then when I'd be like, ew, we'd have like a laptop and we'd have a Zoom, and then we'd Skype,
Yeah.
and then to help communicate. But no, that was weird. Would not like to do that type of recording process again. Fingers crossed.
No, fingers crossed you're never going to go through that. I remember chatting to Dane when, when you released With the Bastards and him saying that's how you guys had to do it because obviously you had no other choice. Uh,
Yeah,
and how bizarre that was, the fact that, he said, like you said, he went in, did his drum parts, left, and then
yeah,
really hear the songs until they were almost complete, pretty much.
yeah. And usually because we all play the same instruments and stuff, everyone's always like, when you're recording, people will like contribute an idea from like, oh, why don't you try this, blah blah blah, and why don't you try that? But for We're the Bastards, we didn't have the opportunity to do that. It was just obviously Todd comes up with ideas being the producer,
Of course.
but then it was just him and then whoever was recording at the time. But I think we made the best album we could have done at the time anyway. So we're still
Yeah.
very proud of the album.
It's a great record, man. Yeah, definitely. Did you feel like because you couldn't do that with We're the Bastards album, that on this album there was more ideas floating around because people missed doing it last time round, or
I don't know actually. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Because obviously Joel actually obviously plays guitar and stuff as well. So he comes up with ideas and riffs and everything. So it is very handy having everyone in the band play different instruments and stuff. Is one good thing about us, I guess. And when it comes to vocals, us Campbells are not very talented in the old singing department. So we just left Joel do his thing, and no, it was cool. And I was there often in the studio whilst Joel was like writing his lyrics, old school on a notepad and things, and then you just bash it out in the doing some live takes. And yeah, it was a really cool experience. Yeah, so like I'm very much looking forward to delivering it to the world on Friday,
Yeah,
so people can hear.
I bet, bud. Must be nice having, having the tool in your belt. Is it worth having, like, obviously Todd being producer and having his studio to work with, so that you kind of, you're not so much under pressure like some other acts would be. You can obviously utilize that further.
Yeah, because with the first album, we recorded with Romesh, Doran Goda, well, we've known for years, and as well as a great producer
Yeah,
in
great.
his own right, amazing producer. But you do have those time constraints where like you've got like 2 weeks in the studio, and you basically like we always make it work. But with obviously with Todd, you literally just go in and out. You have no time constraints whatever really. If you don't finish something one day, you go, oh well, we can do it tomorrow or do it next week. Whereas if you're doing it with someone else in another studio or producer, they've got to be done at this point because they'll have to record someone else next week.
Yeah.
So that was yeah, it's very handy. I'm glad that somebody in the family did producing because I'm useless at it. So basically, I think Dane's better than me because he does those like drum stuff.
Yeah.
But I think because we brought up with, and Todd's got into it, oh, Todd being the oldest brother, we kind of just slacked and went, well, we'll just let Todd do it. I know how to record on his desk if I'm tracking Todd.
Yeah.
Space bar to go, click number 3 to record. Boom.
So,
I
so
pretend I'm an assistant producer sometimes. But in reality, I'm definitely not.
you can put it on your CV though, can't you, mate? At the end of
Yeah,
the
I'll check it down in the album linear notes.
day. Obviously, with like your albums have always had a little lighter shade and heavier songs and lighter songs and some stuff even a bit more southern and what have you. Is there any songs on this album that have not been released as singles yet that you're particularly looking forward to seeing people's reaction to? Or do you think it's all going to be?
Ooh. I think the title track, Kings of the Asylum, is gonna, I wouldn't say shock everyone, but it is like, I guess it's kind of like this album's Dark Days. It's like a slow bluesy, groovy number.
Yeah.
But the lyrics are amazing in it, and it's kind of got like slightly haunted feeling. I think that's kind of the theme. It's not a really full on theme like a concept album or anything, but it's like a kind of loose theme. It's like because I've seen the front cover of the album, Kings of the Asylum.
Well, that looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. We got that. Dan Goldsworthy, who does because Joel used to tech for Ailstorm and Glory Hammer, so
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dan does all of their artwork. So we just gave him the concept, and then he came up with that, and I was like, "Wow, that is amazing!" So yeah, very happy with the artwork. And then yeah, so the first, I think Ghosts is I think that's the Lapo one song. I think that's one of my favorite ones. Which I've seen some of. It's not really like a song he'd released as a single, but it is like a very ear catching song. It's probably it sounds nothing like we've done before. It's got like a bit of a Megadeth vibe, I think, for
Okay,
this
cool.
song. So it's quite cool. And then the opener is really good. Big fan of the opener. Walking in circles. It's a classic opener to smash people in the face straight away.
Nice.
But yeah, not long now. The last song is possibly breaking the record for most amount of profanities in a song ever in existence. We should have done like a demo version because we actually cut like the whole kind of the point of the song because the chorus goes Fuck, I want to say fuck you. I'm hoping, can you bleep this on the radio?
I'll believe it.
Yeah, sorry, man. I was trying my best not to say it,
Don't worry.
but
If that's the lyric, mate, you can't really do much about it.
no. But then I was saying there were lines that Todd was producing who's going, Yeah, Joe, I don't think we can use our line. I don't think we had to take a couple out. So we should have done we should have done an uncensored version, even though the real version is pretty much uncensored anyway. But no, yeah, just looking forward to listening now. What was it? It's Tuesday night, one, two, three more sleeps technically till people can hear it. So
Sleeps, man.
getting close.
Getting close, buddy. And then
Yeah,
you finally get to go out and do the well, so finally you've been on Blooming Tour most of the year, but obviously you finally get to play more of these songs live. I guess in that you're mixing up the set for it to be more heavy on this album.
yeah, yeah. We've been doing schizophrenia since most of the summer, I think. And then we were gonna do Hammer and Dance. We had a festival and we did a club show in Swindon.
Oh,
So the idea was like, right, let's sound check Hammer and Dance, and then if it goes well, we'll play it. But then I think we turned up to the venue late, and the sound check was running late. And that was the day we had to sign like 500 CDs and like, a bunch of uh, photo cards for the. So we got
yeah,
the sound check. I was like, right,
some of the videos, yeah.
yeah, I think right, we're gonna do that. Want to do Hammer and Dance? Are we ready for Hammer and Dance? And like, I think two or three of us were like, we're not mentally prepared to even attempt this. So we didn't bother doing Hammer. Well, yeah, we got the album launch in the Patriot in Crumlin next week. So our local venue to us in South Wales.
Oh,
So the plan is to play a good like 3 or 4 songs, like all the singles and maybe 1 or 2 songs for the first time at that show. So that'll be an exciting show for us. It's always good. I like being. So you always get asked like, I don't get nervous for shows like ever
no.
these days, like even massive ones. But when you like start playing new songs you haven't played for the first time, that kind of does put that bit of nervousness back into you. Because you just like think, oh, I hope I'm not gonna mess up. Like 99% of the time you don't, but you say, well, let's see how this goes. And then I'll be doing that 3 or 4 times next week. So looking forward. Yeah,
I
most
guess
likely.
also with like obviously your shows have always been like really energetic, really full frontal. Uh,
Yeah.
kick people like you say. Most shows, obviously, you guys you come out, kick people in the face, and continue that all the way through pretty much. So I imagine once you know what set that gets that kind of energy from a crowd to
Yeah.
throw in new songs where you know them and obviously are proud of them, otherwise you wouldn't fucking record them. But
Yeah.
when the crowd doesn't know them yet, that must throw some sort of nervous energy into the mix with it.
Yeah, definitely, and especially at the listening party, like certain people are coming up to us and saying they like this song, but that song really stood out, and then I was like, oh, what song wasn't a really obvious song that stood out for me
Mm.
on the album. So it's good when you get like people saying that to you, because like sometimes you might just think it's like an album track or something, but no, it's good that fans are coming up to us saying they like this song and someone else has a different song. So I was looking forward to finally deciding on which songs to play and put in the tour and hopefully change it up a bit. And yeah, I think the song I mentioned with all the sways in it
Yeah.
was the last song on the album. I think it's going to be a really good live track as well to try and get the crowd to say the F you. Well, I would say F you.
Yeah, because yeah,
2 letters, isn't it?
it's only
Yeah, 'cause
letters.
it's got like a chanty bit. So it's got for me, it's got a perfect like last song before the encore vibe. So we'll play that song, walk off, and then we'll come back on. So yeah, looking forward to playing that one live. It's like a fast, ferocious one. So, but if we play it towards the end, hopefully we still have some energy left. But the Guinness will see me through.
It'll still.
Yeah.
But like you say, you could go off with the tours and everything. I mean, last time I saw you was Made a Stone Festival. Actually, wasn't
Oh,
it?
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
How was that for you guys? Because that obviously was like the first one they done. I thought it was.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was a really good festival. Sometimes you play like first festivals, you never know how they're gonna go. But when I saw like the lineup for this, and like you can kind of tell when you like advancing a show or emailing like the contacts if it's gonna go well or you think, oh, I don't know about this. But no, the guys they nailed it. I thought with all the production and all the hospitality was perfect. But so yeah, hopefully that festival will continue. And if if we have a spare weekend and we're not doing anything, maybe me and Todd we got a camper van, so we like
Oh,
going to festivals every now and then. But we
nice.
never the very occasion we actually get time to go to a festival.
Yeah, but it's rare.
Yeah, so I think we did Steelhouse for one day last year. Uh, but yeah, hopefully, yeah, it was a great show. So yeah, it was a great lineup as well.
It's
So
great lineup. Yeah, obviously Sales and Florence Black and everyone else on the lineup
yeah,
was.
yeah, was Skin Dread and Airborne. Yeah, it was cool. But we drove from Sunderland because we had a festival in Sunderland the day before, so it was a big drive for us to get there.
I
So
saw that because I was speaking to Dane because yeah, I saw you guys got stuck and all that, and Dane was telling
oh
you had to get dragged out by a tractor or something.
yeah,
Didn't you?
funnily enough, Made of Stone. I think we've done 4 festivals in the UK this summer. Made of Stone is the only festival we've not had to use a tractor to get us out of anyway.
Jesus.
Generally, so Sunderland. I mean, the north of England in the summertime, you hope there'd be no rain, but no, it was ridiculous amount of rain. And we did Durham at the start of May. Yeah, I reckon we've been told we had to use a tractor 6 times, I think.
God, I had to think of the axle on the van, mate.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was a rental van, and we had to find the tow bar. We didn't know where the tow bar was for like 20 minutes because one of those like ones you got to hook on yourselves.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was for part sort of fun and games. It was good content for the bloody the, festival diary.
Oh, there you go. It's good post to do on social media the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I say, you got the Europe dates first. I mean, I remember coming out to you guys just before lockdown all kicked in. Came out to Hamburg with some friends of mine,
Oh,
and
nice.
saw you guys out there. That seemed to be an amazing crowd for Hamburg. It was fantastic. So,
Yeah, so so it was fast. We put specifically. It was on advice of the promoters. I think we specifically put our set time later, so people who were going to the football because the venue was right next to the stadium.
yeah, it was
People
it.
who go to the football could also come to the gig. So yeah, that show was crazy. So we're doing Hamburg again. We're doing some places we haven't been to before, like Lublin in Poland, which is
Oh,
really
nice.
interesting. Some place in Switzerland, Dudingen, we haven't played before. And then, yeah, the classics, quite a few shows in Germany, Italy, France. Yeah, I think it's not many days off. I think it's like 20. I think we got like 3 days off in about 3 weeks, I think.
But
And
pretty
we have
intense.
the last show of the tour is we have a club show in Holland, fly to Mallorca, and then like whacking and putting on this full metal holiday and like a holiday
I saw
resort.
something about that.
So
Yeah.
I think it's a good show to end on, like on a holiday resort after you've been on tour for 3 weeks. So I think, and we'll have a day off as well before. So fingers crossed. And it's Dane's birthday,
Ah, it ties in nicely then.
so I've got to try and. So Dane's birthday is on the flight to Mallorca, and then the gig's the day after. So I'm gonna have to try my best not to get him too drunk on his birthday, so he's hungover the next day for the gig.
I'm sure.
He doesn't deal with hangovers very well, Dave.
No.
He doesn't drink very much, which is fine. Of course, he's busy being a dad now, isn't he?
Well, yeah, exactly. He's got a little one now, mate.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm
So,
sure he'd sweat it out soon enough. The amount of the way he plays. So
oh, I know, yeah. We call it Dane the Machine Campbell, as Joel calls him now.
nice.
So, yeah, so doing that, and then the European tour, the British tour, headlining Planet Rockstock, headlining Hard Rock Hell. Uh, yeah, it's non-stop till December 2nd, I think.
Oh,
Hopefully, we'll have most of December off.
yeah. Well, we were speaking about Made of Stone earlier. And now that I'm chatting to you, I'm going to ask you because I wonder who on earth it was. During your set during Made of Stone, Dane got off the kit at one point.
Oh,
And came on.
yeah.
Who was that?
So, interesting story. So, it was my dad's guitar tech for Motorhead for, I don't know, 20 years. Roger,
All
who's
right.
the guitar tech for Airborne.
Ah, right.
But this is the thing. We're about to play like 5 minutes before. Roger thinks he's an okay drummer, and we're about to play. Dane comes in. He's like, "Oh, Roger's just come up to me and asked me, can I play on Kill by Death?" And we were just like, "Well, what did you tell him?" I was like, "Well, I told him I'd ask you lot." I was like, "Why didn't you just tell him no?" And Phil was like, "Right, if he's by the stage, I'll just tell him like straight away, you're not coming on to play." No, that's a joke. So we literally the intro music's on, Roger's here, and my dad goes, oh, Dane tells me you want to come and play Killed by Death. I was like, yeah. And he's like, and my dad, I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing, yeah, but my dad goes, like, oh, you know, he was joking, didn't you? You can't come on stage. He's like, oh, yeah, okay. So we thought that was over and done with. All of a sudden, Joel's introducing Kill by Death. And obviously, we know what's happening. But to the rest of the crowd, because there's no introduction or anything, it just looks like a random person's just come stealing the drums off Dane. So then I think there was like a drumstick, like playful fight. And then Dane was like, well, I'm going to have to just let him go now. And it was like the slowest rendition of Kill by Death ever. It was such a vibe kill, honest to God. And like, oh, it killed the vibe of the gig. So like, up until that point, we have an amazing time. The crowd was a great crowd.
Great
There was
crowd.
great sound on stage. And then, oh, it was a great crowd. And then, luckily, it was towards the end of the set. And then, luckily, during the breakdown of the middle eight, Dane managed to sneak back in.
Yeah, I did
And
see.
the old swap before the last final chorus. So, yeah, I don't think we were too happy. Oh, another slight story to go on that. A couple of weeks after, we were playing with Airborne again in a Swedish festival. But no, we had the day off. They were playing in the festival. And the festival was like half hour ago, so we stayed at the hotel. And we bumped into Joel from Airborne,
Nice.
literally just walk in the town. And we tell him the story about happening to Roger. And then we like, right, we're gonna have to try and get Roger back. So my dad texts Roger, by the way, I'm gonna play guitar with Airborne today for Highway to Hell. Let me know. Give me one of the boys' guitar. I know you're on stage at 12 o'clock. I got to he wasn't moving from his hotel the entire night, but just to get him a bit worried.
Oh,
And Joe was like, oh yeah, I'll message him now just to get him like nervous and things. I don't even think Roger texts back, to be honest. So I think it kind of backfired, but we were thinking about doing it anyway. And then we bumped into Joel, and then we were just like, oh, we're gonna have to try and do something. Yeah,
too good
that was
opportunity to miss to get your own back, mate.
yeah. One day he'll get stink bombed at some point. I'm sure he will.
Well, I just remember being stood there and watching you set you and made a stand, like I say, and mate of mine, obviously, it was at Just Push Play, so I know you guys a little bit. And then just obviously now I know as Roger
Yeah.
comes and takes over, and he's going, Lee, who's that with Phil Campbell and Sons? Who's taking over from Dane? I'm like, no idea.
Yeah, there's just a massive bemused crowd. There's no, and I think you probably, well, I think my face was very visibly pissed off, probably because it's a really slow. And then he's trying these fills, and he'd he'd miss a couple of hits, and I was like, oh. I mean, it'd be quite fun in games if it was like a small club show or something.
Yeah.
It was just, we're quite high up on the bill. It's quite a big festival. I think now's not the time and place to do stuff like that. But there we go. That happened.
It happens, man.
Let's move on.
But like I say, it didn't spoil the set though, mate. So it was all good.
That's good. Yeah, I've seen a few reviews and nobody's mentioned it, which I'm very surprised at. So I'm kind of happy about that.
Was either they were looking the other way or it just wasn't worth a note. So
Yeah.
I'll be the idiot who brings it up, mate. Don't worry about
Oh, I'll give you permission. Don't worry.
it. Cheers, Tyler. Appreciate that. So and then obviously from the European dates, you then run straight on to the UK shows, which again looks like a pretty extensive tour that you got across the UK as well. But you just got looking at the dates now. So you're going across, starting off in Stoke-on-Trent. Is it the first one?
That's
In the
correct.
UK?
Yeah.
And then you're going all the way through Glasgow, Leeds, Manchester, Derby, Oxford, Exeter, London, where I'll be coming down to see you boys there.
Oh, nice.
Porthcawl, Southampton, and finishing up with the Birmingham Institute, man. It's a good run of dates.
That should be a good one. Have you seen the amount of tour dates, like slightly off topic? Have you seen the amount of tour dates Wheatus are doing in the UK?
It's insane.
I swear they've got like the record for most UK shows in one tour. It's like 3 months worth, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
I know they're booking agent Ed Sellers as well, so I like commented like, you need to contact Guinness about this. I think you might have a record. Like, because I love Wheatus. I'm random fact, big fan of the old Wheatus. Like,
I didn't get Wheatus until I saw him live.
oh, okay, yeah.
I knew the hits. I knew Teenage Bag and Respect and all that. And then when I was studying at the UEA in Norwich, they were playing up there, and it was them And I think
A
A were on the bill as
Yeah,
well.
it was them, A, and In Me. We
That's it.
played this same day. We were in the top the top room upstairs.
Yeah.
The Norwich, where no where
The Waterfront, wasn't it? And you were
the
upstairs.
Waterfront. So we did like the tiny venue at the top, and they were. 'Cause I love A as well, massive A fan. But I didn't manage to watch them sound check downstairs, so that was quite cool. But yeah, so I don't think we'll be doing as many tour dates as Wheatus in the UK, but it's long enough for us anyway. Yeah, we're looking forward to playing some old favourites of ours. There's we have a fan in Stoke who owns a curry house who always brings us curry.
Oh, perfect.
I
That's what you want.
know, yeah. What more do you want? But yeah, UK tour, looking forward to it. End in Birmingham, which is quite good because it's only a 2 hour-ish drive for back home.
Nice.
And yeah, looking forward to rocking the local shows once again, playing new songs. We've got the cards coming on with us, which is like
That's Paul
yeah,
Quinn?
Paul Quinn from Saxon. So my dad's big friends with Paul for years, for like decades now. So I think Paul just messaged my dad, and I was like, well, there's not much budget in it, you know. So we told them what the budget was,
Yeah.
and then they somehow managed to make it. They said they'd do it, which is amazing. That'll be really cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
Paul's one of the best guitarists going, man. I
oh, he's
mean,
amazing. Yeah, he's
I'm a huge
amazing.
fan of Saxon and seen him several times, and
Yeah, yeah.
not in the
Yeah.
cards yet, so I'm looking forward
No, yeah,
to
so that'll be a cool one. And then we got Sweet Electric, who is Brad from
yeah,
Massive's
Bad
band.
Massives, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we know Brad, so that should be good fun. And then for the European tour, we got Fury,
Oh yeah.
which we apparently Joel used to be in Fury.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, apparently so. Joel's been in a lot of bands, and I know he was in Bootyard Bandits, but
Yeah.
apparently he was in Grim Reaper. He had a stint in Grim Reaper as well.
Okay, didn't know that either.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's other bands he hasn't told me about yet, but I'll let you know when he lets me know the next band. But yeah, it should be good fun. So yeah, got a couple of weeks off now, and then no sleep till Birmingham O2 Institute.
Sounds like you got a full on rest of the year, mate. You got any plans for next year already, or?
We got a couple of festivals, but we got a show with Judas Priest in Milan.
Nice. Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, is Judas Priest in Milan, Saxon, and us. That should be good. So I think we're going to build like a few, like a mini tour around there, just to make it more financially viable.
Yeah,
So that's
cool.
what you got to do these days.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
And then yeah, we've got a few more festivals coming up. I think one in Austria, and then yeah, I'm sure it'll be a pretty busy one again next year. Probably start writing the album next year again,
Yeah.
and then yeah, we're quite a busy band. So
So you never seem to stop. You seem to be proper album tour cycle kind of thing going on. Don't seem to.
yeah, but it's weird because I think Where the Bastards came out in 2020.
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
so
21. Yeah.
so 2020 to 2023 is quite a big gap for us, really. So yeah, maybe
Yeah,
not
the
so
live
long.
album, like, was it early this year
Yeah,
that
yeah.
both came out?
The live album was earlier this year, I think.
Yeah.
So live in the north. So I think with this talk, we might do like a limited vinyl release for that early next year.
Oh, cool.
I haven't mentioned that yet. No firm plans, but a lot of people like vinyl. It seems to make sense if we do that to fill a gap. And yeah, should be should be a good one this year and next year and beyond.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, Tyler, thanks for your time, man. It's been great to chat to you, dude.
No, thank you very much. Pleasure's all mine.
And I appreciate it, man. At the beginning of the interview, I'm going to play Hammer and Dance about being the latest single. But what song of yours would you like us to play at the end of the
Oh,
interview?
oh, interesting. Well, let's go for the opening song, Walking in Circles.
Cool. I'll go with that.
Yeah, sweet.
All right, buddy. We'll lock that in. Well, thanks for your time again, Tyler, man. Great catch
Right.
up.
Cheers, Lee. Thank you very much.
No worries. Cheers, man.
Nice, man.